Hey, and welcome back to the channel. This week we're trying something a little bit different. I'm going to be starting a weekly review of what has happened in the golf world over the course of the past week. It's going to be split into different sections. We're going to have talk about the PGA Tour, the LPGA Tour, the European Tour, and the Ladies European Tour, as well as any other business. So, if you like this feature, please make sure you drop me a comment below and let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Let's get into the news. We're kicking off this week with the PGA Tour and what happened on the PGA Tour in the last week. The PGA Tour was in Hawaii. They played the Sony Open. The eventual winner was Kevin Na. He finished with a 21 under par final score, winner by one stroke. That is his fourth win in the last 4 seasons, so he's definitely carrying some form, possibly someone to watch out for in the majors this season. His win was highlighted by an awesome shot off the cart path to lead to save par, and obviously go on to win by one shot. Always good to see these guys play shots off cart paths and things like that, because it's not the sort of thing that amateur golfers are normally really able to do because of damaging clubs and stuff, but players who get their clubs for free can still try and pull those shots off. This week they are playing on the PGA West course in La Quinta, and they are playing in the American Express Championship. It's a very strong field, so we'll see who comes out on top. Moving on to the LPGA Tour, this week is the first week of the LPGA Tour season, and we're kicking off with the Diamond Resorts Tournament of Championships played at Lake Buena Vista in Florida. This event is a bit of a different event to normal, as the name would suggest. It is all of last season, so the 2020 season's winners, playing in the first event of the season to get us kicked off. It's also played as a celebrity pro-am, so the ladies have still got their normal stroke play event, but alongside that there's also a celebrity pro-am with a Stapleford format, and these are people from the music world, the film world, the sports world, and it's always really interesting to see how they perform up against the pros. Last season's event, the Tournament of Champions, was won by Gabby Lopez. She won on a 7th playoff hole. She holed a monster putt for birdie, which secured the win for her. There's footage for this on Sky Sports this week, so make sure you check it out. Jumping across the pond now to the European Tour, and this week is the start of the European Tour season as well. We start, as always, at the Abu Dhabi Championship in Abu Dhabi, on one of the coolest golf courses and definitely the coolest clubhouse you'll see. I'll try and pop a little picture of that just up in this corner, but I'm not sure if there's a cooler clubhouse around the world. If you can think of one, definitely drop me a comment below. It's going to take some serious beating though. I mean, look how cool that thing is. Lee Westwood won the tournament last year, and he also went on to win the Race to Dubai. This is the first event of the Race to Dubai for this season, and it's a Rolex Series event, so there's big money on offer, and that always attracts the biggest players in the world. Sky Sports has the coverage. See who wins. We would normally move on here to Ladies European Tour news, but there's no news to report this week, as there has not been an event the previous week and there's no event coming up this week. The season just hasn't started yet. So we're going to move on to any other business. In the any other business section, we're going to be talking about anything that's happened in the golfing world over the last week or the last few weeks. Any other big news points? Sometimes it might be equipment news, sometimes it's just going to be general interest things. And the biggest thing that's come out recently has been about Donald Trump and the 2022 PGA Championship being taken away from his golf course, Trump National, in the States. Now, this is on the back of a lot of bad publicity surrounding the outgoing president, and I think it's pretty fair that it's been taken away from him. The Open Championship has also been taken away from any golf courses which have been attached with the Trump name. So I think it's probably high time that these golf courses disassociate themselves with Trump so they can try and attract some big events back there again. The other piece of news in the golf world has been the release of an HBO documentary about Tiger Woods. Now, there's been varying reports so far about the quality or the content of this documentary. Some people have said it's fantastic, to rival the likes of The Last Dance featuring Michael Jordan on Netflix. Other people have said it's a bit unfair on Tiger and that the reports aren't quite as realistic and fair as they could probably be. It'd be interesting to see what happens when the documentary comes over to our side of the pond to be able to watch it and get an opinion for ourselves. But definitely some interesting stuff to come going forward with Tiger. We're going to sign off each week by going over who are the number ones for the men's and women's categories in the world of golf. Men's categories, still holding the top spot is Dustin Johnson, and in the ladies category, still holding the top spot is Jin Young Ko. Thanks very much for tuning in to week number 1 of Golf News, and I'll see you next week with plenty more info.